Welcome to the Beyond the Vines podcast, where I interview local business owners in Sonoma County to highlight small business and grow our community. I'm your host, Amy Ehlers, a mom, realtor, and Sonoma County native, and I'm excited to connect you to some amazing people in this beautiful area that we call home. Welcome back to the Beyond the Vines podcast. Thank you again for listening. I would love so much if you have been enjoying these episodes, if you could hit like and subscribe, maybe even give us a review. That would be incredible. Just helps boost our listening. So thank you so much. I am here today with Kate Brown. She is the owner of Poppies, which I am so excited to share with you today. So Kate Brown grew up back east and moved to Petaluma in 2020, where her life bloomed. She is the mom to 2 great kiddos and 1 doodle. Her career started in luxury fashion, transitioned to project management into marketing. She's worked at Facebook, WeWork, and most recently Roblox, which is going to make me a celebrity with my kids, before taking the leap as a small business owner. Kate is the co-founder of Poppies, a community-centered, family-inclusive toy store in downtown Petaluma. She's passionate about creating third places and bringing community together. No plans needed, which I love this. So with that, welcome, Kate.
Hi, thank you so much, Amy. I'm so excited to be here.
I am so excited to have you here. I've heard so much about the new store. Yeah. I've been there when it was a previous store. I need to pop in. I need to pop into Poppies.
Yeah, that's the hashtag right there. Pop into Poppies.
I think that needs, if that's not already, that's what it is.
We're working towards it. We got to build the following.
That's amazing. So can you tell me a little bit, what inspired you to open Poppies and what's the mission?
Yeah, so I went back to my corporate marketing job after maternity leave, and it just really didn't hit the same, you know? I felt like I was struggling a lot to find my sense of self. And honestly, I was driving down to San Mateo where the offices were, and I didn't get to see my kids. And I just felt like this is not it. So my husband and I had came back from a trip, and we saw that the local toy store here in Petaluma was for sale. We had been in it numerous times, being, sort of a family person in Petaluma, and we thought, you know what, let's take the jump and let's take the leap. My husband's a teacher at San Rafael High School, and then also has 2 small businesses where he just kills it.
Really?
And he was like, let's just do it. And he's like, you can do it. And so we just took the leap of faith. I started working with the previous owner in late April, really just learning, trying to just absorb all of his knowledge and learn a little bit about the toy industry, because you read my bio. Most of my career has been in either fashion or marketing for big tech firms. So this was definitely a new adventure, and we decided then to take over May 1st.
Wow.
We slowly revamped. And really what we wanted this to be is, Main Street USA needs toy stores.
Yes.
They need that center where people can come and like I said, no plans needed, and just come and hang out. So we revamped. I always say we reimagined.
I love that. That's a great word for that.
Yeah. Put a little coat of paint on it, brightened it up a little bit, and then made a community space inside of it.
Amazing.
So we brought in a 10-foot 10-person table. We brought in a big couch, and then rearranged some of the things so there's like a real play area, like a traditional play area like you would see, at a recreation center or something. And so it's a really fun space. Our kind of motto is, be super inclusive, bring everyone together.
Great.
And just be a place for communities to hang out, whether it's mom hangouts, dad hangouts, somewhere to go. Cherry Valley School just started today, and there was just tons of kids in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which has been awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, now that I've been in the store a lot, I know all their names. I know.
That's amazing.
The mom that's renovating our house. How's it going? And it's just really fun.
I love that.
So it feels like it was the right step to do. And being involved in downtown Petaluma and the community of small business owners is just awesome. The vibe in downtown is really shifting. And, so it feels really cool to be a part of it. And that's sort of how we made this journey to
Wow.
being small business owners.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a big leap. Also, I've heard the same from other like downtown stores, that the community vibe among store owners here is just everybody's so helpful and bounces everything off each other. And I just love hearing that. So
Yeah, it's like an awesome community.
Yeah.
A lot of folks either live in Petaluma or Sonoma County, just, super close, and they just want to see our downtown be a downtown, have thriving businesses and support each other. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely echo that sentiment to anyone who's looking to want to, open up a store downtown.
Right.
Our community is just super positive, like the moms and the families and, even the older folks who are like, we're so happy you're here. We're so happy that you're keeping this a toy store, or, thanks for reimagining what the store could be. Yeah. So it's been really great.
I love that.
Yeah.
Question I didn't prep you with.
No, it's okay.
How old are your kids and what do they think about this?
Yeah, so we have a 1-year-old.
Oh.
And then we took in a student of my husband's.
Amazing.
Who was just, having a interesting time and needed some support.
Got it.
So she's about to turn 18.
Wow,
So
that's
we
a
have
big
the
gap.
widest spectrum. Yeah, and it's been just really cool.
That's awesome.
Really, the 1-year-old, he's 14 months. He's just starting to talk and walk.
Oh,
and
the best.
The 17-year-old's making that transition to adulthood, and we're helping her look for a job, and she's helping with the social media. She's really,
that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's been a really fun.
Yeah, because she's
addition.
probably an expert on that.
She's an expert, and she wants to do
Yes.
content creation for
Great.
her career in the future, and so she's just been really nailing it, really helping me out.
Oh my gosh.
So it's been really fun.
That's
to have them
amazing.
both. Yeah.
So you've got a toy tester essentially, and then a social media marketer in your house.
yes. It's been, something that definitely wasn't planned for,
Yeah.
but it's been really great. And I have a cousin who lives in Roanoke Park, and she's got 2 girls, 12 and 10.
Great.
And so they come into the store once a week, and they help me out. And their hands, they model, they do their hands. And they help with kind of pointing folks in the right direction of what someone their age wants. So
That's great.
It's a real family affair.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But that's, that's got the Petaluma vibe to it as well.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm always like, she's learning the register. Be patient. And people are always so receptive to that.
Yes.
So it's been, it's fun.
Oh, I
It's fun.
love that. So what makes Poppy's different from other toy stores?
Yeah, that's a great question. We sort of talked about it in the beginning of this conversation, but it's really that community angle. Yeah. This morning we had a gaggle of girls, and they were some of them were older, maybe in their 20s, and the youngest one was maybe 7 or 8, and they just sat in our community area and just were playing with the dollhouse. And I was like, I really want to get this content, but I don't want to, I don't want them to feel
Totally.
awkward. But they were just sitting there, just enjoying that we just got in this new playhouse, and I sort of repositioned some of the dolls that we have there, and they were like loving it, and they sat for like an hour just hanging out. Earlier this week, some girls came in and they bought slime, and they just sat they said, can we sit at the table and play with the slime? I said, yeah, of course.
Yeah, because your mom's not going to let you bring it home anyways.
Exactly. We do the cloud slime. We do the slime that's not so slimy.
I will say I am the only mom in the neighborhood that allows slime at my house.
Well, I have to tell people now. I have to say, if you're buying this for a gift, just please make sure the mom,
is okay with
take
it.
A gift card, take a gift receipt so that they can exchange it if
there
they want.
There you go. That's a good idea.
And then also earlier this week, this also was super surprising to me. There was a 16-year-old kid who came in, and we have these sort of these blind box surprise box
fun.
Legos.
Yeah.
And he said, can I open these up and play with them here and build them here? I said, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And so that's just been kind of what makes the store so unique.
Wow.
And it's just, I don't know, the vibe of it is different. I've actually done a lot of research from all different toy stores in Sonoma County and in Marin. And, just having a welcoming voice say, hey, great to see you. I think it makes our store really just fun.
For sure.
And welcoming and friendly. There's been numerous toy stores I've gone into in Marin and in Sonoma County where, folks just don't even say hi. And it's like, okay, this
is supposed to be a fun store.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And really, we want to sell toys to you. So like we want to be there to support you in whatever your adventure is in the store, whatever you want to discover. So anyway, that's sort of what makes it different. And people have been noting, hey, it's like you got different staff, you have different, people in here, and it looks different. And I'm like, yeah, we're thank you.
Store. Yeah.
Thanks for saying that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah. And also I feel like to have that relationship, that's going to help because a lot of times people are in there to buy gifts, I assume, and it's hard to know what gifts to buy for different ages. And so I assume that's probably helpful as well.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah. And I think all these sales associates that we have, they really like listen to what I say and then they sort of grasp to that.
Yeah.
And then they also just find unique things that they like, and they're like, oh wow, this actually a 9-year-old would love this, or
wow,
a 14-year-old would love this.
Yeah.
And so they have their own sort of unique spin on the products we have in the store, which I think is great too. And
that's amazing.
Everyone's like, a lot of these kids are kids, they're like 17, 18, 19, and they're a little shy, but they really come to life in the store. It's weird.
It's weird. If you need like content of someone playing with the dollhouse, I'm not saying I'm volunteering, but like if you needed help, I could help you with that.
Great. Get in there.
Or at least my kids could.
Yeah, totally.
That's so funny.
Totally.
I bet you it like gives some of your like older teen staff kind of an excuse to play with toys again.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
And then they're like, we broke this. I'm like, it's okay.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Exactly. But also great things.
Yeah.
We're a toy store.
Right.
That's what makes us different too. Is like, it's not just like a place where you can't touch anything. Like touch everything. Test drive things.
Yeah.
Bring things from one area to another. Like the worst that will happen is I need to bring it back. I'm always like, it's a yes store. Just
that's so. Oh my gosh! Don't tell my kids that part. They're always like, "Can we have a yes day?" No, we can't have a yes day. No. That is so fun. But I will say we could have a Poppies day.
Yeah,
maybe that'll be a thing. Please. Another hashtag.
Please, have a day at Poppies. There we go.
For sure, a Poppies day. Yeah. So can you tell us more? So it sounds like the vibe is anybody can come in, hang out, socialize, that community space. In addition to that, do you have any hosted gatherings as well?
Yeah, we're actually just starting to do pop-up events.
Ooh, fun.
Starting in August. Mm-hmm. So it's starting kind of with our local community. We're doing a big sidewalk sale to really like refresh the store, get some new merchandise in. So kind of out with the old, in with the new. The second week of August, we have like mother-daughter duo, stylish duo that live in Sonoma County that do vintage pop-up stuff.
Fun.
So it's clothes, vintage kids' clothes, and then vintage toys. Like she has an extensive.
Wait, when is the date for that one?
That is August 9th and 10th.
Oh,
Friday,
fun.
Saturday.
Oh, we might need to come in.
Yeah, for sure. And then like that Sunday, we have someone called the Muffin Man coming.
Oh.
Muffin Man. Yeah, and he does pop-ups all over Sonoma County, and it's like he makes these homemade English muffins.
What?
They're like to die for.
Oh my gosh, I might be there for that one too.
Yeah.
I'm just going to spend the weekend there.
Exactly.
It's fine.
So that's kind of on the first Sunday, the second Sunday, of August. And then we're doing like a local kind of open mic day.
Oh my gosh. For kids?
For kids.
Oh, stop. No, my kids are going to be there for sure.
So we start with like a 7-year-old who's just awesome, Adelina. She lives in town.
How cool.
My adopted daughter is going to sing.
Wow.
She's 17, and she's got some pipes. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great to have like an open mic space for kids. Wow.
Yeah. And then we have just a plethora of events happening,
So fun.
And we're open to kind of bringing in more people as, the sort of the month goes on.
Yeah.
We want to do some really focused mom events.
Good.
Petaluma's Mothers Club, I'm a member of it.
Great.
And it's just a great community of
Huge
people. Huge resource. They're great toy testers, and they're great at feedback.
Yes, good.
Hey, we're really into Montessori. Can you bring some in?
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
Super open for that.
Cool.
And then I want to do a like a wine tasting club.
Oh, fun.
So that'll kind of meet after hours.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 great gal pals who are in the wine biz, and they want to do a monthly sort of subscription. So we'll have that kind of run out of the store. And that'll be more after hours. And then we're having a woman come and do readings.
Cool.
So that'll start in September, and that'll be more for littles. Like
I love that.
10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Yeah.
In between nap time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot about nap time. My kids are out of that phase. Yeah, you do have to time that very carefully.
I am in it.
You are not messing with nap time. I did not mess with nap time.
Yeah. We want the kids to, get their rest.
Yes. And be ready to play again.
Exactly. And then we're going to do some paid events. So we'll do like friendship bracelet making events. We're going to do some, because of my experience at Roblox, we want to do some coding camps.
Yeah, great idea.
Bring your own computer, and we'll have there's actually a few local people who build on Roblox and who are Roblox influencers. So we're going to have them come in and kind of do some things like that. So it'll be just a wide spectrum of events.
Yeah, great ideas.
Yeah, I'm super excited for kind of
your
everything.
Brain just go and you sound like you're so excited. I can't imagine seeing you thinking of all of these ideas. It must just be so so fun.
Well, it's friends say something and you're like, you know what? We could do that.
Totally.
Here. And so, it's really just a community effort.
Love it.
Actually, our branding was all done by a husband-wife duo in town.
Wow.
Who I became friends with through other moms and dads. And we're trying to keep it really in the community.
Local.
So shameless plug, if you have an idea, bring it to the store and we'll figure out how to make it happen.
You guys can chat about it over Legos.
Exactly. Chat about it over Legos. We also have packaged goods now.
Oh my gosh.
And we have some drinks.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense too. So you have some of that available for sale.
So and then the space is actually the Poppy's space is permitted for cafe. So
my gosh. That's huge.
So we're going to open up boba.
Yes. Boba's huge.
Yeah,
great
do soft
idea.
serve. So that'll be coming probably next year.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But we have a real phased approach for this. It started with just an unnamed toy store. Phase one. Right. Now we're moving into Poppy's.
Yeah.
Then events will come.
Cool.
We're going to have a grand opening in October.
Yeah.
Really kick it off.
That sounds amazing.
We're going to have our friend DJ, who's
my gosh.
This guy, Ears of Maize.
Cool.
He's a farmer.
Oh my gosh, how
and he
cute.
does all vinyls.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we're going to keep that old school flair.
Yeah.
And we're kind of thinking up other things for the, grand opening weekend. But
how fun. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's kind of what
so
the store's
definitely
about.
More than a toy store. What about birthday parties?
Yeah, I think eventually.
Okay.
I think we want to sort of get situated with the toys and then the cafe and then move into that.
Yeah.
I think I'm willing to do that after hours. My experience in marketing also was in event planning.
Right.
So I kind of know a thing or two. Yeah. And I love hosting.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. We do party favors now for folks.
Oh, cool idea.
But just to expand that into, kids' parties and things, I think that's the next step.
Yeah.
Especially wintertime where where do you go? You can't
go
outside.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And my kids, most of their birthdays are in the winter, so I've faced that many
what do you
times.
do?
It's so hard. Yeah. So hard.
Come over. I don't know.
Yeah. 1 year I had Picnic Potential do a birthday party for one of my daughters, but it was November. I was like, it's either going to be in the backyard or it's going to be in the living room, and it ended up being in the living room.
That's so fun, though.
Yeah, it was so fun. Yeah.
You reimagined your
Totally. We reimagined. She reimagined it. She's brilliant.
I've heard of her. I need to pick her brain.
She's brilliant.
Yeah.
What are some of the most popular toys you sell?
It's a great question. The most popular is called Ruby's Dragons.
Oh.
And it's a family here in Petaluma. She's 9 years
heard
old.
of this.
She goes to Cherry Valley. They 3D print dragons.
Does she have an Instagram? I think I follow it.
For sure.
Yeah, okay. I think I follow her.
Yeah, so she does direct to consumer. They have a website, and then I'm trying to get them in every store in America.
Yeah.
But, they're so well done.
How
They're
cool.
little dragons.
Yeah.
And they range from $8.99 kind of all the way up to $50.99. So great gift, easy gift, but also the kids come and they collect them. They're like, oh, I have this glow-in-the-dark one. I want this rainbow one. And it's really cool.
Maybe she needs to be on the podcast.
She should, yeah. And her dad, Austin, and her mom, Rebecca, are amazing.
Is that?
Awesome
I know them. Is that why I follow them on Instagram? Duh, I didn't
Smiths.
connect it. Yes,
Yeah.
I totally didn't connect it. They're amazing family.
They're
How did I not know that they were
Yeah.
Ruby's Dragons? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, full circle moment here in our
go.
community.
There you go.
They're
you didn't
amazing.
know, but you knew.
I didn't know, but now I do know now.
Yeah.
Duh.
And we're trying to build out their product line.
Wow.
So we got mini axolotls in.
Oh my gosh,
Which
so
I didn't
cute.
even know that was a real thing. I thought it was a made up mythical creature. And
No, I think they're real.
Definitely.
Yeah,
they are
we've
100% real.
Seen, some videos of them. It's a big thing in our house.
A 10-year-old girl called Ivy schooled me. She totally schooled me. She was like,
They're not
real.
unicorns,
Yeah.
Kate.
And I was like, Kate, what? I like did all this research. I'm like,
No,
oh
they're
my
really
God.
cute.
They're
But you
so
can't
cute.
have them. We researched that.
In
You
California.
cannot have them in California
Yeah.
because my daughter did want an axolotl.
Of course they do. Now it's like all the
I
rage.
did too.
Yeah, same. I'm like, they're so cute. They always have a
They're
smile.
so cute. For anybody that doesn't know an axolotl, look it up.
Exactly. Look it up because I don't even know how to spell it.
I don't either. I was thinking that. I'll put it in the show notes.
AXO.
Right?
And then they also expanded their line. They're doing a Poppies exclusive dragon.
Oh, that's cool.
Coming soon.
Oh,
To a
that's
Poppies
cool.
store. Only Poppies will have it.
Wow.
It's very unique.
Yeah.
And then, just other like dragonflies and spiders and just really cool. And they're well made. They're so well made.
Yeah.
Really interesting styles. So, I mean, I love supporting our community.
Totally.
So that's definitely the top.
I mean, that's like literally supporting someone right here in Petaluma. That's
Yeah.
great.
And I'm trying to do more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I really, I started building a deck.
Oh, you did?
Shows my
cool.
corporate background.
Yeah.
And we were going to maybe do a pitch night
Yeah.
with some downtown Petaluma folks.
Great idea.
Yeah. So we'll see. More on that. TBD
How
on that.
cool. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's exciting.
But that's one of our top
Cool.
sellers. And then we have just everything. We
Yeah.
have, everything from paddle boards,
Oh, you
not,
do?
not like the paddle board that you play like this.
Oh, I was like, wow, you store all those? I was like, it's funny. My husband was looking at a new paddleboard. Maybe I know where to get it. Just kidding. Not that. Okay.
Not that. Like this, like paddle. Maybe they're not called paddle boards. They're called like paddle.
No, I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
What else would they be called?
Like
not a
paddle-
ping pong board.
I think just maybe
Ping
paddle
pong
ball.
Paddle
It's
ball.
called.
I don't know. But you have them. So it's
We
good
have
to know if
those.
anybody else knows
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Wiffle balls.
Oh, fun.
We have some really interesting games, some game sets.
Cool.
Dolls, Legos. We just got a huge assortment of Legos.
Fun.
And the creator Legos. I don't know if people know about these yet, but they're
No.
like 3-in-1. So they're a Lego set that
Yeah.
you buy, and then it can make 3 different things instead of making just
Oh,
one
I love that.
set. It's so cool. They're creator sets. They're just really, really Lego's just a true and trusted
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
We have Brooder trucks, which
Ooh.
that's a very great brand out of Germany that makes
Cool.
really, really realistic trucks.
Wow.
A lot of folks come in for the recycling and garbage trucks.
Okay.
So random.
Kids' fascinations with
know.
garbage trucks is always entertaining to me. Yeah. I went to a birthday party at Green Waste once
No
because their kid
way.
was so obsessed with garbage
love that.
trucks. So we literally got to tour a garbage truck. We ate at the
Garbage.
garbage facility. It was funny. Yeah. It was
that.
cool. It was very cool.
That's so cool. I
Yeah.
mean, but when are you ever going to
I know.
It's like kids that have fire
Yeah,
truck,
totally,
fire station
totally.
birthday parties. Like,
Yeah.
so cool.
It's
you
so
get
cool.
to see everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So kind of everything.
Okay.
I'm dabbling a little bit more into Montessori and Waldorf toys.
Great. That's going to be popular
Yeah,
here.
it is popular already. It's
Yeah.
just more like how do you merchandise them because they're so
Right.
interesting and sort of
Right.
no frills, right?
Yep.
And then I went really deep into crafts.
Oh.
Because I personally just love
Yes.
crafts. It's a toy that you can do with someone.
Yeah.
So we went deep in the friendship bracelet making,
Great.
birdhouse making,
I love that.
airplane making.
Yeah.
We just got these kind of chia pet looking things
Oh,
that are
that's
so
fun.
cute. Yeah. So
Yeah.
more geared towards really Petalumans, which
Yep.
are
Yep.
crafty and love the garden and love nature.
Yeah.
So those are kind of our top sellers.
How cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to come shop.
Yeah. I can't wait to
You're
have
getting me
you.
really excited, even if you don't have paddle boards.
It's like go to the float house.
I was like, really? You have them there? That's so funny. What inspired the name Poppy?
Yeah, great question. So I moved here from the East Coast.
Uh-huh.
I have a cousin who lives in Roanoke Park, and I always just say my life's really started when I moved to
yeah.
California.
That's what I was guessing.
We always say that if our son was a girl, we would have called her Poppy. And so this just felt right.
Yeah.
It's kind of
This
like
is your other baby.
yeah, and everyone's got a California story, and poppies are synonymous with
Yeah.
California. So let's do it.
I love that.
We had this idea with Garrett, who owns Chick City Goods,
Yeah.
and Hunter and the Bird,
Yeah.
of doing like a shirt that says "I'm a Petaluma Poppy,"
Oh my gosh, that'd
and having
be
our
so
logo
cute.
so little kids could wear it. But,
Yes, great idea.
That's sort of the vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's and it took flight, right?
Yeah.
Of like what the character could be, what the store branding could be.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a really great idea.
Yeah. So
Oh my
that's
gosh,
how we came
I
up with
love
the name.
it. I was guessing it had something to do with California
Yeah.
puppies, but
Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
Still worth the ask.
Well, some people, people don't know sometimes.
Oh, that's true.
And there's always someone who has this anecdote about like how their mom told them they couldn't pick a puppy.
Yes. Oh my
because-
gosh. I thought for sure we'd be arrested.
And I just find that I'm like, that's really hilarious. you know?
Totally. Still as an adult, like we have random poppies in our front yard. I'm like, I'm not allowed to pick those.
Like
But I am.
people on my blog.
We're not allowed to.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can.
Pretty sure you can. It's in my front yard.
But don't do it on any public.
Totally. Are any of the neighbors watching me?
You have to like, do it at night.
Totally. That's so funny. What challenges have you faced? Like this was a big undertaking.
Yeah, huge. Not necessarily challenges, just like surprises.
Yeah.
I definitely was new to like sort of merchandising and buying and things like that. But it's actually I went to school for it.
It's not
back
amazing,
in the day.
Right?
Yeah, college. So I'm finally using that college degree.
It's so funny because I was just talking to Cara, who's recording us right now, about how we use college degrees
Oh my
or
God.
don't.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I always used to say like, I didn't need to go to college to get to where
Right.
I was. And I mean, truthfully, I don't really know how much you need it
Right.
nowadays, but
Right.
it definitely teaches you life skills and networking.
Well, now
and-
you needed it
and
coming
now
back.
I definitely needed it. So that's been kind of fun.
Wow.
It's definitely challenging to kind of understand the market, right? Like trends in toys
Yeah.
is literally the most random thing.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just,
yeah. The
like,
things kids like is sometimes real weird.
It's real
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
just like, wait, what? So learning that has been, I would say, a little bit of a rough hurdle, but I'm just listening to feedback. Like, I joke around there. One girl, I'm going to blank on her name, but she comes in quite often, and she loves our dog Bruno. We have Bruno, who comes to the store.
And he's a doodle?
He's a doodle,
Okay, we're gonna
and
have
he's
to come see
super
Bruno.
chill.
Okay.
So he comes to the store, and she constantly comes in and says, where's Bruno? Where's Bruno? But she, I said, what are you into these days?
Yeah.
She's like 11, 12. I was like, what are you and your friends like? She's like, we like slime.
Okay.
She's like, we like this slime company.
Yeah.
She showed me on Instagram. And I
Wow.
was like, great.
Yeah.
Like, can't get that slime company, but I can get a different one.
Yeah.
And we ended
Yeah.
up bringing it in. And
Perfect.
so it's really
That's
just
fun.
connecting with the community
Yeah.
in a way that you're like, just tell me what I should
Yeah.
get. Just
Yeah.
tell me. So instead of that being kind of a hurdle, that was more just like, here's what we're going to be. We're going to
Wow.
be open to feedback
Yep.
at Poppies. Tell me what you want.
Well,
I'll try
yeah.
to get it in the store. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, we don't need to order it again.
Totally.
So that's kind of, something that I'm learning and
Cool.
on the job learning.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it really, and I'm sure it's going to be ever changing because the
yeah.
kid toys are constantly, the trends are changing.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
Yeah. But it's like fashion. At least
Yeah.
you could go on Instagram, you go on
Yeah.
TikTok, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I see what people are wearing, and I get it.
Yep.
Or I just look outside and I'm like,
Yep.
what are all these women wearing? What are all these men wearing? But toys, it's like
Toys are
it's
like,
in your house.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
so true.
You kind of do it amongst your family
Yeah.
and your friends, who's ever included in your house.
Right.
But,
Wow.
yeah, so that's been
Interesting.
really interesting.
Gosh, I want to come see your games too. We're big on game
Oh,
night
yeah.
at our house
Yeah.
for sure. So.
A lot of classics.
Oh, that's awesome.
Classics. And then I'm looking for like unique designed games. And then we went really deep in cooperative learning.
Cool.
So those are games to really teach kids how to play games
I love that.
and not be like, I'm losing
Sore
this.
losers.
Yeah, which is a huge
When my kids
thing.
were little, I used to have them shake hands after and be like, good game.
That's so smart. Or you like go around the table, do high fives.
Totally high fives.
Like
we all
after a
did great.
softball match.
Yeah, no tears. We're not crying.
No crying here. But so
We're
many
happy
parents,
for the person who won.
so many parents who come in are like,
Totally.
how do I teach?
Yeah,
my kid
it's
how to
hard.
play?
It's really hard. Yeah.
It's like without them flipping without the table, without them having a Real Housewives moment.
Yep, exactly. That's
Yeah.
so funny. I forgot about that phase too.
Oh my
That's
God.
awesome.
Yeah.
So, so it sounds like we've heard your future plans. Are there any more like things that you see down the pipeline? Boba sounds very exciting.
Well,
But-
we have sort of a back play area.
Great.
On Water Street.
Oh,
I would love the store to
like
be
an outside exterior one.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right now. It's sort of if you ever go on Water Street behind
definitely.
Lala's or Angelina's and behind Sidecar Mercantile. there's just this little area that I want to make into sort of more of a playground.
Cool.
With maybe a little fence,
Yep.
you know, and
Yep.
if you're a poppies person, you know the code or something. And,
That would be so cool.
yeah. And we want the store to be more fluid. So if you
Yeah.
walk to the front of the store, you can see the back.
Yeah.
So eventually that's like future state.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then also building out the indoor play area a little bit, you know,
Yep.
making it a little bit more versatile, making it not just things that we have sort of picked up over the years,
Right.
but really keep it a little bit more structured.
Right.
That's kind of the plan.
I
Yeah.
love that.
But that's like a future.
I mean, you've done so much already, though,
Yeah.
so this is great to like hear what's coming down the pipeline, but also like where you're at right now. It's so great.
And we'd love to expand
Yeah.
at some point.
Oh, I'm
you know,
sure that'd be
like,
great.
just have a presence somewhere else.
Even in Sonoma County, I feel like there's a lot of places that have similar Petaluma vibe that you could really.
Yeah. I really would love to get into the hospitality
Yeah.
community. So maybe doing something that's more like a club for parents, you know, where you can kind of hang out and have a beer or learn about
love
something.
that.
But then there's an extensive play area for kids.
I
And
love
maybe there's
that.
even someone watching your kid.
That would be the best.
Yeah.
Definitely needed.
Yeah.
Because there are some other ones where I remember when the kids were little, I was like, ooh, why is the play area right at the entrance where they're going to run out while we're having this beer? Like, this is, now I have to stand and watch them. Like, something like that would be great.
Well, my husband and I always say it's like, you know, like Crooked Goat. We love going there.
love
but
Crooked
it's
Goat.
it's an adult
Yes.
place that
Yeah.
is kid friendly.
Yes.
We want a kid friendly that
Yeah.
has stuff for adults.
There you go.
You know, that's kind
I
of
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What better place
We
to
dream
do it
big.
than here? Yeah.
We dream
well,
really big.
no, it sounds like it, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it brings a lot to the community, the fact that you dream big.
Yeah. Well, I believe a lot in manifestation. I know
Definitely.
it's a little like witchy hippie, but if you just say it out loud,
Right.
like, you know, the Buddha in the sky is going to try to make
Right.
that happen.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Like we literally manifested
Yeah.
a part-time woman working for us who was a mom, and I just kept saying to people, "Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone?" And then she just like walked in, and I was like, and her name's Celeste,
Yay, Celeste.
and I'm just like, you are God sent.
That's
You are
so
exactly
cool.
what I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, I have
Yeah.
a bunch of part-time high school, college kids.
Totally.
But we need someone to kind of keep the tribe together.
Yeah, for sure.
When I'm
we
not
need
there.
a mom of the group.
Yes, we need a mom when I'm not there. So she's awesome.
That's
you know.
amazing.
But even
Yeah.
just saying out loud, like before I made the transition, I said to people, like, I really think I want to own a small business, but I don't really know what. And
Right.
I'm good at this, this, and this. But, you know, and so I believe in that a lot.
That's amazing.
So that's how we are getting to our vision.
That is so
Somehow.
cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What are 3 fun facts about you personally?
Before the interview, I was reading this, and of course, my husband and I are like riffing, and they're not fun facts, but they're facts.
There we go. I'll
Yeah.
take any kind of fact.
One of them is the manifestation, which
Okay,
is a
good,
thing.
okay.
A friend of mine who I worked with believed really extensively in it, and then I started just writing things down and journaling and thinking about what the future could look like in a more constructive, structured
Right.
way. And so
That's a good
That's
point.
the first thing. Second thing is I'm a cancer survivor, childhood cancer
Wow,
survivor. Yep.
that's amazing.
I had a synovial sarcoma in my left shoulder when I was 15. Like, shout out to my parents for
Wow.
being awesome.
Wow.
And it was a blip in my life, but
Yeah.
it really was meaningful.
For sure.
In terms of like how I treat people and why Poppies is such an inclusive place. Like, anyone, please come. If you're
Yep.
differently abled, if you have, you know, something that you, a wheelchair, like, you come in. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
We're very inclusive. And I think that really stemmed from kind of me being a childhood cancer survivor.
Right.
And then the third thing I like haven't really gotten to, but in my mind, but right now I'm deciding. I'm a fashion girly. I love upcycling. I love finding cool stuff thrifted. Petaluma is like the best place for thrifting.
that. Yeah.
I really believe in quality over quantity. So that's kind of a fun fact about me.
Awesome.
And I like get so mad at my friends when they shop fast fashion. I'm like, if you didn't buy it at somewhere in downtown Petaluma, you like
Well,
no.
we have so many good options in downtown Petaluma for shopping. It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah,
And
for
it's
fashion.
like getting better. I'm like,
It's getting better.
like,
Yeah.
since I moved here, I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, okay. This is the vibe.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is getting better. And I find, because I was telling you too, and for anybody listening, they do have Waldo hiding somewhere in the store at
yes.
Poppies. But when we do, where's Waldo? I'm always like, okay, yep, in and out of this store. Okay, this store, you guys take a little while. I'm going to need a few minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
And my gal over at Estuary, April.
She was on this podcast as well.
Oh my God,
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
But she she was the one who kind of got me into realizing that I could be a small business owner. You know, it was like, oh, wow, like she does it. Okay.
She's brilliant.
She's brilliant. She's
so
so
connected.
Sweet, so connected. But she loves Where's Waldo because some people don't come into the store.
I don't know if I knew about her store until Where's Waldo a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good point, and I don't think I realized it until you just said that. I think that's how I discovered that store.
And like, I love it. And Copperfields puts it on. I think it's so fabulous.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
And like, people are scared to kind of go into certain stores.
Totally.
And I'm like, why?
Totally.
Just
Good
know?
point.
Yeah. And so this allows the community to go into every store.
Yeah.
And if their kid's a little rowdy, who cares?
Who cares? They're here to see Waldo.
Exactly.
It is funny, the stores that have like more fragile items, though, you'll find Waldo right in the very front. Don't go any farther, please.
One of my customers said that yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, you know which stores they want you to go in.
Yes,
and which
totally.
stores they
Which stores they want you out.
Yeah.
But it's a great way too for parents to get to see everything.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's such a smart tactic for downtown,
It's like our
Main
favorite
Street USA.
event. Yeah.
So fun. So fun.
I mean, my kids are getting older now, and they still look forward to it. So
I mean, I
hope they
have some
continue.
adults doing it.
Yeah, that's a good point. There probably are adults doing it.
They do it competitively with their kids. They see who could find it faster.
My gosh. Wait a second.
Yeah.
I always find Waldo first, so I feel like, why don't I get my own board?
You should just get your own board. You know? You don't have to submit
next year.
You know.
I mean, I might submit. Can I get a prize?
Yeah, they do prizes. They do big gift bags.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could win or am I too old? I don't know.
I don't know. There should be like
Probably would be cheating, but at least I could like beat my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do always find them first. Because I'm always like, okay, we only have this much time. Where is he? So that I can give a hint.
Exactly. You don't know how many times two
Yeah.
kids come in.
Yeah.
They don't even look. And I'm like, can I have a hint? I'm like, no.
No.
You go through the
for
store.
sure. Go try first, children.
Just try. Yeah.
Although I will say, and I won't say which store, we were in there for a very long time. I could not find Waldo. Wow. There was another mom who could not find Waldo. None of our kids could find Waldo. And I was like, I went up and I was like, hey, since in the essence of time here, could we just have like a little clue? And she was like, I have no idea. Someone was in earlier and I don't think they ever found it either. I was like, he's here, right? She's like, I'm pretty sure he's here, but I just started my shift this morning. I'm going to look for him and find out for next time that you come in.
You're like, bummer. All right. So
we were there for so long. I totally.
You're like,
so
we bought
funny.
10 things.
Yeah, right?
We're
Exactly.
late to our play date.
Exactly.
We just have a sticker.
Right.
Yeah.
Please just stamp us and let us move on. So, towards the end of each episode, I like to ask, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah. I've had some great women mentors in my life and in my career. But I think for me, it's been my dad and my brother.
Amazing.
My brother is an entrepreneur, and my dad is just one of these people who's very much like me. And, I take after him he's gotten to know the community of wherever he lives really well. He literally talks to everyone.
That's so cool.
Everyone knows him. He walks into a room and you're like, and my dad's like, oh, I don't really know how I know him, but I definitely met that person. I know who,
That's amazing.
I try to always remember people's names. I try to always shake their hand.
Great.
Remember an anecdote, and that all comes from my dad. And I think that's really fueled me in my career. And then just seeing my brother just totally be a kick-ass,
That's amazing.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And having that sort of network in my family has been really, really motivating.
I love that.
I have an aunt who also has a small business who was huge in me even moving out here. She was like, take the job, do it, do it. And she owns a horse farm in New Jersey that I lived on before I moved out here, which I think was a great transition for me,
to
coming
Petaluma.
from living in Manhattan most of my life. She had, a 200-acre horse farm in New Jersey, and then here.
Making the leap here.
And then I'm like, wow, I love Petaluma.
Yeah, right?
Now I know why. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
it's amazing to have them in your corner. It's so special.
It's
yeah.
And I would say, like, dads always talk to your kids, moms always talk to your kids. Tell them about your career.
Yeah.
Tell them, what makes you passionate about it.
Great point.
Like, I didn't know that this job existed.
Right.
Until I started talking to people.
Right.
So, yeah.
I love that so much. That's great. Where can people find you?
Yeah. So we're on Instagram, Poppy's Petaluma. We have a website, Poppy's Petaluma. And then our brick and mortar. If you can't remember that, I don't know. Yeah. And then our brick and mortar is 136 Petaluma Boulevard North. We're right next to Angela's Ice Cream.
Very
right across from
convenient to be like,
Starbucks.
let's go get an ice cream and go pop into Poppy's.
Exactly. Go to Della, get
Go
a
to
sandwich. Go, have a little dessert after lunch at Angela's, and then head over to Poppy's.
This is literally the best day ever. Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's dangerous though working in downtown Petaluma, right?
Yes.
Like I'm like, oh, I just want a salad at lunchette, and then I might just walk down to like it's so bad.
And I'm obsessed with, and I have to plug this, I'm obsessed with Petaluma Market's breakfast burrito.
Okay, that is a very popular obsession.
It's like
yes, and well known.
Under $10.
It's amazing. It's a great burrito.
Yeah,
it's so true.
So good. It's so good. So
But
good.
it is dangerous
And
to
I
have
split
this
it
all
up.
so conveniently located. Or the bagel mill. Oh my God.
I can't. They have a veggie sandwich.
Oh yeah, that veggie sandwich is
it's so
amazing.
good. It's like-
I've started doing, this might sound random, but egg salad on the everything bagel.
I love it.
And they do lettuce and everything. It's just, okay. Anyways, distracted.
Distracted.
Thank you so
it's a
much.
sourdough bagel.
Yeah, right.
It's
Exactly.
like not a real bagel.
Exactly. It's not real, right? Okay, good. Just checking. Thank you so much for coming on
you for
today. I
having
encourage everyone to check out Poppy's if they haven't already, including myself.
Yes.
So
Thank you so much,
awesome.
Amy.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
If you like what you hear, please be sure to like and subscribe, learn more about Sonoma County and all that we have to offer here.